everybody, it's your boy Below320, and this is your Days Gone SJW edition. And guys, as we've seen, going from last Thursday, the reviews for this game have really been substandard compared to a lot of the other first-party games of recent memory in Sony's catalog, and basically compared to many of our predictions. I myself had this game at least above an 80, low 80s, finished at a 72 and 90 plus reviews, guys. And the user score is pretty higher than a 72, because people that have gotten their hands on with this game have kind of said it to themselves that most of the reviewers are full of shit. And the sales basically back this up, guys. The sales are above expectations. Saw Yoshida retweeting about this. And you read a lot of these reviews, as many other people are starting to besides myself, and there's an agenda behind this game, guys, and it's SJWs. Basically, you know, a lot of these people have a problem with the game's story. The fact that there's lines that basically have the woman saying, "You ride me harder than you ride your bike." They're picking on stupid issues that have nothing to do with video games or their mechanics, and they're throwing it into the review, making it seem like that's why the game stinks. Again, guys, that's nothing to do with video game mechanics, the world, or what we're experiencing. And many people are experiencing a lot of positive things with the game, myself included. And again, it's not a 10 game, it's not a generational game, it's a really solid title. The engine is above average, as Digital Foundry have stated twice, first in their initial analysis and in their second analysis touting the Unreal Engine being used in this game as the best exhibit ever, in their words. So yeah, guys, you're gonna complain about stupid shit saying, you know, the game's been in development for 12 years. That was according to IGN editor, and that's in the screenshot. I'm gonna post in the link. Also, I'm gonna put the link in the description for you guys to take a look at each of those quotes. You want to read them individually. So you have Lucy O'Brien, the lady who did the review, gave it a 6.5 from IGN. The editor, Cassie Moser, who basically reiterated her own fucking obvious bias. Again, no subtlety between these two clowns. No subtlety in trying to hide their agenda. Just telling you, these people think they can operate without impunity. It's ridiculous. They think they run this shit. And again, these publications are just masquerading as video game, you know, publicists, reviewers, and they're basically just SJW institutions at this point. This goes for GameSpot. The same stupid ass thing happened there, except she gave it a 5. And of course, the reviewer's name is Kelly Plaggy, whatever her name is, and she just recently unveiled a video review. Basically, on top of everything that she said in that review, being just as stupid as IGN lady Lucy O'Brien, she even tries to poke fun at people, saying, "Well, you're overreacting. You know this." How do you go into a review basically full of bias and then complain about people attacking you where it's so obvious? Like I mentioned before, there's no subtlety, so people are going to obviously attack you finding easier holes than in Swiss cheese to fucking just make an argument about, and you're going to get defensive. How stupid is that? You're complaining about things, about slow motion aiming, about other stupid things like yourself crashing the bike like a bunch of times. Nobody I've seen play the game has crashed their bike more than a couple of times, myself included. And that was because I was looking at my cell phone. So all this bullshit people are seeing through, it's showing up on the user scores. It especially showed up in the sales. Because if the game would have sucked, especially for a new IP, nobody would have went out and bought it. Nobody would have shown interest. But what their eyes and what their hands experienced, with some of them, I'm assuming, giving the game a shot here or there, didn't reflect what the review said at all. It's ridiculous. Like I mentioned before, they didn't even try to mask the fact that there was an emotional bias behind the reviews of this game. And guys, I'm sure that, you know, you have your own issues to deal with as human beings, but you're a video game reviewer, so for you to bring that stupidity into a video game review, it's really unprofessional, and potentially it's basically hindering somebody's future. Because if Sony Ben wasn't signed, getting paid salaries, if they were an independent developer, this could have potentially hindered their future forever. This may have been their one shot ever at a game if they were just an independent developer. So again, they don't give a fuck about their future. They're out here trying to push an agenda, right? A stupid, idiotic agenda in a medium where it has no place. SJWs don't buy these games. This is why I personally have an issue with Neil Druckmann. And I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He's pandering to these idiots like, you know, Greg Miller does, to basically keep their future intact, to boost up their bonuses, to get, in Neil Druckmann's case, higher review scores in his games. But it's so idiotic because, like I mentioned before, these people don't buy your games. At least the majority of them don't. They don't. You're pandering to people that don't even make up like maybe a fourth of the overall revenue of your damn IP or software that you're publishing. It doesn't make any sense to me. But again, there's people on sides of the fences, and you're going to see people in the screenshot I post, and also I'm going to put the link so you guys can read on each of these stupid comments individually. You have people trying to defend Lucy O'Brien and Kelly Plaggy, however you say her name, trying to just kiss ass like Greg Miller does, you know. And you know, in his situation, he ended up kicking out his supposed best friend basically for money, because once he made that comment offending women, he was out the door, I'm pretty sure, as soon as Greg Miller wrote that. That shows what a big piece of shit he is. But I digress, guys. There's basically a lot of just bias in the industry that I myself wasn't aware of until this game popped up. This is probably the worst case I've seen of a game getting slandered because of an obvious bias, guys. Some games get reviewed bad because they suck. This obviously wasn't the case because people are out there buying it. It's still charting. And when people read reviews and see reviews and they see the evidence and gameplay of a game or experience it doesn't make sense at all, then that's not going to stop people from buying it. They're not going to stop buying a product because a stupid bimbo says don't buy it because she's mad at a heterosexual storyline, or a lesbian's attracted to a heterosexual man, i.e. Deacon. But again, guys, these are points that don't make sense. They should be fired, they should be reprimanded. It's probably not going to happen because these stupid idiots that are basically their bosses. Their bosses are essentially SJWs themselves. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and I'm glad this game's selling great because I can't wait to play Days Gone 2, Days Gone the prequel, Days Gone the 4th, the 5th edition, whatever. As long as it pisses these stupid bimbos off, I'm a happy man. And at the end of the day, we get to play a quality product and potentially even more, I don't know, following iterations of Days Gone. Because I know they already got their next project promoted because, you know, the higher-ups at Sony were impressed internally by what they saw of Days Gone. You know, they put the pre-embargo a day before, and they already, like I said, greenlit the AAA, their next AAA project for the PS5. They're already moving Sony Bend into a new studio, so this game basically was a success before it even hit the shelves in Sony's eyes. Like I said, they already got promoted. So I don't know what stupid, idiotic goals these bimbos had, trying to bring the game down, potentially ruin people's futures, the people that aren't permanent employees, that I guess contractors, at the same time, but it didn't work. You stupid fucking bimbos, it didn't work. You failed. There's gonna be more Days Gone, if not more new IPs from Sony Bennett. And at this point, I hope they just keep doing this shit out of spite to piss you stupid idiots off, because you shouldn't be in the video game industry to begin with. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Blog320 is out. Be safe. Have a great weekend.